Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Sfdc Girl. So now what is in today's video? In today's video we will learn about a very new feature that Salesforce has given us in the Summer 23 release updates, and that is now we have post method available in HTTP callout as well. Okay, so previously if you have watched my videos, you would see there's a video when I'm using the get method of HTTP callout with Salesforce flow. Now Salesforce has given us the post method as well. So in today's video we will just try that out, how we can use post method, how we can get response from the post method without writing any line of code with the use of Salesforce flows. Okay, so if you want to learn how you can use HTTP callout post method using Salesforce flows, then keep on watching and let's dive straight into our org. Okay, so this is Summer 23 updates org. That means in this org we have all the Summer 23 updates. Now let's go to name credentials and let's create a name credential, external credential and permission set for that step first. Let's create an external one. Let's name it HTTP callout post credential, and let's name it just that but without spaces. And for authentication protocol we will choose custom and we will click on save. Okay, so in external credentials after the Summer 23 release we have this new change in which we have to create principal first and then we can map that credential to permission set. So let's just create a principal post principal and the sequence will be 1 and save. After that let's go to permission set. And here we will create a new permission set for the HTTP post method and assign it to our user. Let's save it. And now in the permission set details we have this option external credential principal access. From here we will choose the principal that we have created in our external credential. Let's click on edit and here's our principal. Let's select it and save it. Okay, now the next step is to assign this permission set to our user. Add assignment and let's assign it to my user. Okay, that's done. Now let's go back to name credentials and let's create name credentials here. Let's click new and let's name it, and we will just copy it and remove the spaces. So now for the post HTTP callout I have this website which is RESTful API dev, and in this if you will see I have chosen the post method and when I click on the post method I have this request and the response. Okay, so for the scenario we will post this request and we should get this response in return from the HTTP callout post method. Okay, so for name credentials first, for the URL we will copy this request URL and let's paste it here. Let's choose our external credential which is this, and we don't want any header. Let's save it. Okay, so till now we have created name credentials, external credentials and permission set. Now let's go to our flow builder and let's create a flow for the post method. Okay, so we are choosing screen flow. Let's go to the plus sign and add an action element to see how the HTTP callout works. Let's click on the HTTP callout button and let's create an external service, HTTP callout post service. And here let's select the name credential. Once you select the name credential, you can see the URL underneath that name. Let's click on next. Now we are configuring an invocable action. So let's name it HTTP callout post action. And in the method, now you will see we have the post method as well. So let's select that. Okay. After that, it is asking for a URL path. So we have given the URL, but if we have any path after this URL, we have to add it here. So let's go back to our URL and see. This is the path we have. Just copy it and paste it here. After that, it asks for query parameters, but we do not have any query parameters, so we will just leave it blank. After that, it asks for sample request and sample response. Okay, so we will just do that. This is the request sample that we have. Let's click on new button and add the sample request. Once you click on review, you will have this data structure at the right hand side with all the data type, with all the appropriate data type for these fields and attributes. Okay, let's click on done. After that, we must add the response as well. Let's go to the sample response, new button and paste it. Review. And here it is, the data structure for response is created with the data type as well. Let's click on the done and save. Okay, so now we have to just configure the action element. HTTP action element will be the name. Now here we have to set input values for the selected action. So what will be the actions body? Okay, so what we'll do is we will just create a variable here, action body var, and data type will be apex defined. Apex class should be the inBody class, and let's click on done. Let's just click on save. And here we have created the action element, and in this we have chosen the HTTP callout post method. Okay, but now what has to be done is we have to add an assignment element. Let's just name this assignment action body variables or variable values. And here we will choose the action variable. So this was the variable that was working fine, so we will just choose that. And in the name we will add the request that should be there. Okay, so let's type this in the name, and after that let's choose the variable again. In data, in model, we will have this. After that, variable data size, in hard disk size we will add this, and let's just fill all the details one by one. For price we are choosing this again. The year will be 2019. Let's just click on done quickly. Now what we have done in this flow is we have created an apex defined variable in which we have chosen the inBody apex class. Just remember that at the last of the class name there should be inBody, and after that we have assigned the values in the apex defined variable inBody with the request that we desired, that is there in this request portion. And after that we have created an action element which the HTTP callout, in which we have mentioned the body variable that we have created before. Okay, so now we don't have to do anything. Let's just save it. HTTP callout post action, and let's save it. and let's just debug it and check if we are getting the response as we expected. Run. Okay, so it says all done. So how the interview started, we have assignment element in which we are assigning values to the action body. This is the same values that we want to have in the request. Okay, in result we have these values set to action variable. Okay, after that HTTP callout method occurs in which we have this input values in the body. Okay, so basically this is the request that we have added. From here to here, this is the request that we have added, and after that we got the response. So in the response we have these values. One second, let's just check it with the response. So in this response we are getting these values, and if you will check it to this response, you will find it exactly the same. So that is how you can use HTTP post method in Salesforce flow without writing any line of code. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found this easy and doable. Let me know what do you think about this new feature that Salesforce has given us. And one more thing, don't just think that you have seen this video so you know how to use the HTTP method. You have to practice. So at least not 2-3 examples, just try out this video example and you will be good to go. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you found this useful. I hope you try it out in your real life scenarios and for practice purpose as well. I'll see you super soon with a new example, with a new video, or maybe with a new update. Till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.